Hello and welcome to the EDM Council's EMEA DataVision conference. I'm Carol Mahoney. We'll start the event in a couple of minutes, giving time for others to connect. While they're joining, I'll run through some housekeeping points. We are using Socio for this virtual conference, which enables us to have concurrent sessions. So during this event, we'll invite you to choose the session most appropriate for you to join. Please be aware that these sessions will start on time. We do encourage your participation and your questions. Please type any questions as you think of them into the Socio chat facility. The event is being recorded and will be made available following the event. Once again, thank you for joining EDM Council EMEA DataVision. I hope you find great benefit from this conference. I'd like to welcome John Bottega, President of the EDM Council. John.
Thanks, Carol, and welcome to our colleagues. Good afternoon, and welcome to the EDM Council's EMEA DataVision 2021, the new data paradigm leveraging innovation. As Carol said, I'm John Bottega. I'm the President of the EDM Council, and I'll be your host for today's event. If you are part of data management today, you're involved in one of the most innovative, challenging, and growing professions on the planet. The demand for data management professionals has never been greater. The areas that depend upon data go well beyond the traditional. Today, data management professionals are sought after in all industries: in finance, insurance, and government, manufacturing, retail, pharma, medicine, law enforcement, and investigative services. Where data management is even huge in sport. But as our theme suggests, it's not just about the data itself, but it's also knowing how to leverage the emerging innovations that support our information assets. New approaches to governing and protecting data, new insights into ensuring data quality, new ways of architecting data, enabling greater knowledge discovery than was ever achieved before, and leveraging the new capabilities of artificial intelligence and machine learning. To be successful in this industry, it's critical that you stay abreast of everything that's going on in the field. Things are evolving so fast that you have to constantly stay on top of every advancement and new capability that's emerging. And why is this so important? Well, simply because data is everywhere. Just look around. Data is in everything we do. Data resides on our smartphones. We have access to the entire world of knowledge at our fingertips. You probably all heard the comparison. There's more power in your cell phone than was on the first Apollo moon landing. Our smartwatches capture data about ourselves. How many steps we did today? How many calories did we burn? What's my heart rate? What's my body temperature? Information about ourselves right on our wrists. We have smart TVs with access to endless news, entertainment features, educational series, and some of these actually are intelligent enough to learn what programs we like and dislike. And of course, smart cars. But this isn't just about GPS anymore. Today's late model cars have thousands of sensors all about the car that can measure acceleration, turning speed, proximity to the car next to you or behind you or in front of you. IoT devices running constantly, cameras all over the vehicle. Did you know that in the case of an accident, most late model cars will be able to determine where the driver's hands were on the wheel and where your eyes were looking? A terabyte of data per car per day uploaded into the cloud. massive amounts of data that can be used to improve safety, reduce accidents, even alert the driver when they're getting tired behind the wheel. But at what cost when it comes to individual privacy and to determining whether the data is being used ethically or effectively? I mentioned at the beginning that data has become huge in sport, and you don't have to look any further than the past Euro Cup. Now, of course, leagues have been keeping statistics for decades: wins and losses, final scores, number of goals, penalty shots, the whole list. But did you know that teams are actually capturing real-time information about their players because they are now equipped to wearing wearable technologies, devices built into the players' uniforms that send data about the plays, the players back to the coaching staff real time. As the game is in flight, this data is going back to the coaches, the players' proximity to one another, highlighting defensive weaknesses and patterns, determining where the next scoring opportunity might be. And not only are they analyzing the plays, but they're also analyzing the players. How hard is the player running? What's the player's heart rate? Are they sweating excessively? Sports has become a data-driven activity. And too bad they didn't use this data analysis in the tiebreaker game back then, but that's another story. Fair to say, modern data management came to be as a result of playing defense. Risk management, regulation, audit, compliance, and certainly the financial crisis put the entire profession into a defensive posture. But today, data management seeks to understand and acquire knowledge and insights from our data, better understand our customers and our markets, develop innovative products and services, increase revenues and market share. We want to shift from the defensive to the offensive. And one of the ways this is being achieved is through the marriage of modern data management with AI and ML. Now, today's savvy organizations want to use data to drive their businesses, to help them improve their discovery of insights into the data that they have. Data and analytics are no longer a competitive advantage. Instead, it's become a competitive disadvantage if they're not being leveraged. And where's all this data going? Into the cloud. And as we'll hear today, so many benefits can be realized from the cloud. Many are listed here. But how do we build effective cloud environments where our data is safe and protected? That it's being properly curated, maintained, accessed, and ethically used. Now, these are some of the things that face today's data management professionals. And we want to leverage the benefits, but we also want to manage the challenges and help our companies curate and learn the most from the data that they have. So we've got a great agenda today. We're all starting here in what I'm calling the main stage for our keynote panel, featuring the four biggest cloud providers in the industry. We'll then break out into two concurrent sessions, session 1 and session 2. You should see that in your conference agenda. After our keynote panel, we'll ask you to select one of these breakout sessions to attend. There'll be a follow-up session after that, a session 2, and then we're going to take a short break around 4:15, then reconvene on the main stage for a council update. After that, 2 more breakout panels, and then we'll return to the main stage for closing remarks and a prize raffle giveaway. But first, let me thank our sponsors, without whom we would not be able to hold this event. You see them listed here: Atacama, Big Data, Data Dynamics, EY, Bottega, Palantir, Solidatus, and our session sponsors, OneTrust and Quantexa. Thank you to all of them. You are great supporters of the council and of the industry, and we thank you for making this event possible. And with that, let's get started. So I'd